Hey, good morning. My name is Stephen with Virtuous SEO. I spoke to Zach yesterday, and I wanted to share this video here where I'm going to share 3 tips that you can implement today to start dominating your competition. Those 3 things are content, citations, and backlinks. So by the end of this video, if you find value in what I've shared, and you see that I have some tricks up my sleeve, just shoot me a you can give me a call, or you can just respond back to this email, give me a text, and we could just see if we're a good fit. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't want to waste too much of your time. First thing I want to go over is content. Content is anything that's on your website here. So your website has got Google looks highly upon websites with between 1,000 to 2,000 words of content. Um, you have got, I went ahead and put you in a word counter, and you've got 838 words. So you're just about there. One of the top competitors in the area, as you probably already know, is Kennedy's. I went ahead and put on their home site here. They've got just over 1,000 words, and they're keyword rich as well. So it's not just the amount of words; it's what your the keywords you want to put the keywords on there that people are searching for. I got this tool that I pay for called Ahrefs. It's a really good tool here, and it gives me all kinds of information. One of the pieces it gives me the websites and the keywords they're ranking for. So, for example, this is your website. You've got 28 keywords that people are searching for, and you've got in the past 30 days, you've got 98 clicks on your website due to these words. We can go in here and see what the key organic keywords that you're ranking for. So the biggest one in Fayetteville that people are searching for pest control is Pest Control Fayetteville NC, which is getting on average 7,000 searches per month. Right now, you're on position 14 for that. So you're on the second page of Google. And we like to say in this industry, the best place to hide a dead body is on the second page of Google. People just aren't going there. So we want to get you on that top page here. You're also, you're getting people are searching these as well, but by far the number one search term is this one. So, um, so we want to get that in there. As we can see, your competitor Kennedy's has 283 keywords. And over the past month, they've had over 200 clicks on their website. So I don't think this would be very hard to get. We just have to modify the content on your website. Also, some of the content, these pictures and stuff that are on here, when Google searches these pages, they're not seeing the pictures, they're seeing what they're saved on as. So you can actually save these pictures as keywords. So we'd find out what your top competition has, how many keywords they have on their site, and you want to beat them out by quite a few. So if they have Pest Control Fayetteville NC on their site 4 times, we want it 6 times, something like that. So the next thing I want to go ahead and go over are citations. So what is a citation? The citation is your name, address, phone number. We call it NAP on an online directory across the web. So that would be online directory would be like Yelp, Better Business Bureau, even Facebook, White Pages, Yellow Pages, all those, right? Um, and let me just kind of go over the anatomy of a search results page. And I'm sure you've seen this, but like for Pest Control Fayetteville NC, the first thing that's going to pop up are these sponsored ads. These are hit or miss. They can be a money pit in a lot of cases because just because people click on them, they're not going to convert over to a rare. It's a small percentage of people that actually click on these actually convert over to customers. But you're paying per click. Uh, but they can be good, but a lot of times people have their pop-up blockers on, they don't even show up. But underneath that is the map pack. This is your Google business profile. This is where citations come into play. So on average, the people in the top 3 here have about 150 citations on average. So that's what we want to get, and that's not very hard to get. But the more citations you have, the more credible you become in Google's eyes. They see that your name, address, and phone number is consistent across these platforms. They're going to start ranking you in here as well. So that leads to the last thing, which are backlinks. Underneath this map pack here, these are your organic Google result listings. This is these are what gets most of the clicks when people are searching for a search term, searching for these services. Between the number one and number two, people who search for this it's about 40% each. 30 to 40% are going to click on one of these two. And this is where backlinks come into play. So what is a backlink? A backlink is a link from another site that points back to your site. So they have your URL in some fashion on their site that people can click on, and uh, it'll it'll you know bring them back to your site. It's like a popularity contest. So like in school, I know like I remember in middle school, I wasn't the most popular kid in school, but I remember there was this bike I wanted, and this was a long time ago. It was called a Red Fox. I think that's what it was called. Um, but it was popular at the time. And so I remember I got this bike for my birthday. I rode it to school. And I remember some of the popular kids, where they were pointing at the bike. And because of that, some other kids came over and started talking to me and wanting to know about the bike. And it kind of gave me a level of popularity. And this is kind of the same sense here. So if you have it's got to be a relevant site. It can't be like a pizza site. So even though like Pizza Hut is a big site, well-known brand, they rank high on Google. If they're pointing back to your pest control company, Google's going to be like, it's not even relevant. Why are they pointing back to them? And it's not going to really move the needle. And in some cases, it might even hurt your rankings. But if it's something relevant, or if it has to do with your city, or something like that, and they link back to you, Google's going to see that you have this backlink from a good, authoritative, popular site that they rank high, and that site is actually going to pass on their power and their popularity to you. And so that's basically what a backlink is. So again, with this tool, this Ahrefs tool, it shows me the backlinks you have, which you actually have quite a bit. You have 278 backlinks, but like I said, not all backlinks are created equal. One really good backlink will rank you higher through Google's eyes than 20 mid-tier or even like 30 really weak backlinks. And like I said, some of these backlinks can actually hurt you. But I can go over to your competitors, and this is what I love to do. I can go over to the number one guy, go in, click into their backlinks, find the good ones, the high authoritative, popular backlinks they're getting. We can copy these backlinks, get them for ourselves, start ranking you on that, but not just stop there, but go ahead and find other authoritative backlinks, get those, and just month by month, just start piling them on. And so you don't even necessarily would have to get more backlinks, just, you know, add to these with higher authoritative backlinks, and Google will see that and start ranking you accordingly and get you off of that second page, get you on that first page to where your website is seen. So yeah, so I went over the content, the citations, and the backlinks. These are the three pillars for what we call SEO, search engine optimization, and this is what ranks sites up on Google to where you can get seen. So if you like what I've showed you today, and it provides value, you think it'll provide value, if you think that I could help you out with this, shoot me back, respond to the email, or just give me a call at 910-551-2006. If not, if you'd just like to take these tips and try and go ahead and implement them yourself, that's fine as well. But either way, I thank you for your time. Bye-bye.